Hello,
how.
Hello, and welcome to this Final Boss Fight live stream of D&D. My name is John, and I am joined by Steamed Chew.
Hello.
By Smitty.
Hello, everybody. It's been a while.
By the Rogue Trader Enthusiast.
Hi, have you rolled dice? We're rolling dice.
They aren't rolling dice.
The cracky math rocks.
No. There are no dice here.
By the Angel Games player.
I got shot by another skeleton.
It's time to stop playing Minecraft now. And by Obsolete Goat.
Hello. I can't do a bit, but I'm using the wheelchair rules from Mustang Arts. Thank you again, Mustang Arts, for letting us use the combat wheelchair rules in this Final Boss Fight game.
Hello, Tanny. Tanny says, "Ah!"
Hello, Tanny.
Hi, Tanny.
Hello, Tanny.
And Sean says, "Hello." And Stanza has just flopped into the room.
Like a worm.
Oh dear. Stanza, hold on to a stick. Just try and pull yourself upright.
Push some soft pillows over in that direction and just make yourself comfortable. We'll push some soft pillows over towards you as well, Pendragon Nomad. And we are here to play some D&D. The last time... Sean has shuffled into the chat wrapped in blankets. You complained about being too warm the other day, Sean. Is the weather changed for you? I was going to do the recap. I've completely forgotten where we were. What happened? Last time, you decided to head deeper into the dungeon. You left Skullport. You've headed back into the Salgwath level. Tales of Gaming Addiction has just resubscribed for 29 months in a row. Welcome back.
Man.
What is this? 29 months, says Tales of Gaming Addiction. Welcome to the Final Boss Fight Nights again. Tanny is pushing for everybody to TPK.
Oh.
Hey!
I mean, if we TPK...
If we TPK, I'm confiscating the pillows.
How will you do that if you TPK, though? You won't have your Dragonborn anymore.
I am a real person. I can, in fact, hunt you down and take your pillows.
You have no evidence of that. You cannot prove to me in a court of law that I have ever seen you and watched Puss in Boots 2 with you. That didn't happen.
Oh, apparently, sorry, the TPK was in the recap.
That happened.
You explored further some areas of the Salgwath level. You'd found some ghosts that you helped move on to the other side by burying a treasure for them to locate and allowing them to find this treasure. You also found...
You're a pirate!
They were fun.
You also found a strange cauldron of water with some keys in the bottom of it, and Vaesen got struck with a mystical rune that floated above the cauldron as the keys were removed from them.
Also got the zoomies.
Vaesen then got the zoomies, and you chased him into a room with a trio of elderly women picking shells alongside their giant crab pets. And after some talking with these women, they revealed that they were in fact sea hags, and have said that as long as you do not mess with their domain, they will not cause you any issues at the present time.
Just as a point of order, they shrank me and
Yes.
called me a kobold.
They did.
I think you were shrunk previously.
Description.
You were shrunk
someone-
by Wall.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, I shrunk you because I thought if I shrunk you, you'd be slower. No, you somehow retained the speed and now are a fast kobold.
No, that spell has now worn off. But it was just a point of order. There was a tiny mithril-coated paladin with a tiny greatsword charging around.
Yeah.
All I'm hearing is a kobold with a longsword.
Oh, it's a kobold with an in proportion greatsword.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make that point of order, so thank you.
So, as we come back into this session, the sea hags are getting ready for you to move on if you wish, or to spend some time in this chamber resting. We're going to go over to the map. We're going to go over to the map like this. We're going to unpause the game, and I'm going to say, what would you guys like to do now?
I think we're heading out, aren't we?
Yep, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, I'll have a look ahead. Don't worry. Do.
No.
Oh god, he's off again.
Oh.
Whee!
Quit! Capture that small child!
Oh, it goes in it goes in 4 different directions.
Mason!
Hi,
please.
guys! How are you doing?
Oh god, what have you found now?
Oh,
Oh,
hi!
no one offered deodorant.
I actually can't recognise them from their icons. What can I see, John?
What can you see? 10 humanoids, grey-skinned humanoids in sort of loincloths, huddle around the walls of this cavern. Piles of fish bones line the room, and you can see sort of several of them have fish blood and viscera just trawling down their faces.
Well, that's gross.
Are these the same sort of grey folk that Toya negotiated with at the Drow Temple?
I think we've seen them before.
You have encountered these creatures before. They smell awful. They are called Grimlocks.
Right. I wouldn't say I negotiated with it. I'm pretty sure I tricked it into thinking I was a drow, or working for the drow, if I remember correctly.
They are
So it wasn't
also
so much.
not the smartest.
Yeah, no. Are they undead?
No. They are quite living.
I mean, if they're just in here eating fish guts, I say we leave them alone.
Hi, guys. What are you up to?
Very sad.
Jason, what part of let's leave them alone did you miss? Like, this is me saying this, and like you're just gonna pimp in there anyway?
They seem
Hey.
friendly enough.
This is not my fault.
One of them turns to you and sort of guttural voiced. If anyone understands the chat message.
Could
No
you try
need
and
for
speak in
foul
common?
language. Goodness.
I'm trying to think of what the draconic equivalent of no hablo inglés means. It would be.
We
Gurgle
could always try
splitch to
the-
you too.
we could always try the universal greeting.
Falta carta.
And it turns back to the room and the other occupants.
Plaf de Fleeterhooden.
Can we not say something offensive?
Is there anything besides these guys in the room?
You can't see anything.
Birdle snatch? Little blogger.
Are you okay back there, Toya?
It's called Simlish.
What?
The language.
I was hit by a spell. We know that. Did Toya get hit by a spell?
No, I think
No.
she's the same level as weird as always.
Oh, he's just being a troll.
I mean, basically, you're a bit charismatic these days, aren't you?
I'm always charismatic, thank you. I mean, look at me. Just flex my muscles a little bit. Just like full arm muscle stretch.
Wall's just burying his face in his hands right now.
Oh, no, it was doing the exact same thing. Not remotely what I meant, but that's fine. Just follow me. And I pull out a little bit of rations and I say, Grani Brana Wheat Nini Bang.
Jesus Christ.
Do you attempt to speak in a language from your character sheet, or
No, I'm literally
just saying that, holding out some food?
Yeah. I'm basically doing the universal greeting from Transformers.
Oh my god.
Not the one that spoke, but a different one sort of slowly approaches and reaches out to the food.
Why am I being charismatic?
Because I just needed someone who can talk well with me.
Ah, flosh gosh my gosh.
Birdo Slatch.
Zanban.
Ah, Tari. Oriki the park.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm glad someone in the chat gets it.
And if you allow it, it takes the food and starts eating it.
I give it a bit of food. Go, okay, these seem to be friendly. We might be okay.
I don't see anything in here worth worrying about.
It backs away and backs into the corner again.
Okay.
What do we know about so you said these are Grimlocks.
Yes.
What do we know about Grimlocks?
They tend to be less intelligent workers for people who employ monstrous creatures to do things. They tend to blend in with stone and hit things. Maybe are used for sort of foot soldier, cannon fodder, digging, mining, grunt work for people.
Fair enough. But just before
They
we
also
disappear,
seem to eat fish.
Not wrong with eating fish.
Fish of friends, not food.
Trying to figure out what test phrases would be in Draconic and Primordial, just to see if they understand either of those languages.
Well, they're speaking
No.
I don't know, so...
You are
Probably
welcome
wouldn't.
to attempt those languages.
Yeah, they don't make sense for a Grimlock knowing them. For the record, not because a Grimlock couldn't know that language, but I would assume it's not particularly useful for them.
Not particularly.
Oh, okay. They seem harmless enough. What's up here, Nefira? You seem curious. Ooh.
As you pass, you glimpse down in this direction, and you see a cave about 8 foot high, covered with wet black pebbles.
It dark.
Ooh, pebbles. I like pebbles. I'll scoop up some pebbles.
Follows with a sigh.
You
He's
now
still
have
just
some
really
pebbles.
high, isn't he?
Wouldn't be too surprised.
As you step out into the cavern, the pebbles start crunching underfoot. It would be very difficult to be stealthy in this room if you were trying to be.
Wall sighs and looks at the pebbles like, I don't think my wheels are made for this. He's just like, oh, for God's sake.
Would this be counted as difficult terrain?
It's not difficult terrain. It would be counted as disadvantage on stealth, if not stealth is entirely impossible.
Ah, fair enough. What is this rock? What are these pebbles made of?
Difficult to tell.
Rocks, I would assume.
Well,
Okay.
you're smart. Just throw one to the wall.
Wall was like, huh, catches it. I was like, I don't fucking know what a rock check would be. I mean, Go has a degree in geology, and as such might be able to identify it, while I don't think knows.
Nature?
Yeah,
Probably a nature.
Let's see if Wall also has a degree in geology.
Terrain, plants and animals.
Or does
Rocks
not
are
have a degree in
terrain.
geology. That was a 9, John.
It's a stone.
So
Well, it's
something
like-
to do with animals, because I think Nuri.
No, they're trying to
What?
identify a black
Really?
stone.
It's like,
That's what I mean. I think Nuri's got like nature. But
Ooh.
Foundry won't load, so who knows? So
No, you've got a
That would help.
+2 in it, but you're not.
I'm probably thinking of another character.
Yeah, Nuri's not trained in nature.
Well, I was just gonna toss put the rock on the floor. It's like, it's very nice, Vason. My chair can't get through this very easily. Could you like push me instead of running away?
Oh, I'll
He
just pick you up.
definitely,
Hoi!
It's like,
Like, really gracelessly grabbing Wall's wheelchair by, like, the arms, and I'm just holding Wall out in front of me.
Let's clean
I'm
your chair with your life.
walking across the stones.
He thought it would be a way of calming Vason down, but it's just like, oh no, I have not encumbered him at all.
As you start getting to about there, you can hear the rushing of the river.
Ah, there we go. Back to the Sourgath. Oh, I recognise this bit.
Yeah, you've swum past here before.
Yeah, that beach, where we found what's his face, that bugbear.
Yay!
I'll be like, that's nice. Wall's just like, cool.
Yeah.
Just like trying not to freak out at the fact that he's like very high up. Does not feel very stable.
More water. Note my enthusiasm at that cause.
Oh God, you're not. Boys, you're not. Oh God, they are.
Help!
But Vason Wall can't swim. He
Sorry,
is not a flotation device.
I've got food went down the wrong throat.
No.
You okay?
I am now. Turns out, eating Spanish omelette and laughing at the same time is a bad combination. Well, there's. I'd quite happily go for a swim, but that seems like a dead end. I mean, you could go all the way back. There was another passage back, back by the beach.
It's like, maybe. We've traversed this area before. What's upstream?
We have no idea.
No.
You've been this far, which you found a... this was where you first found the Sourgath River. And you roll me a history check.
Sure. From atop my very tall throne.
Been a few days.
I will give the help action, since I was there.
Roll
Sure.
again, and we'll use whichever is highest.
Yeah.
That one. We'll use that
That
one.
one's certainly highest.
What are Vason stop swinging me back and forth enough so I can think clearly?
You recall that up this way you'd travelled through a set of tunnels covered in spiders' webs. You'd found and encountered a drider for whom you crafted, Woal, a pair of earplugs as he was being driven crazy by the sounds of the wind whistling through the tunnels. In the cave at the end itself, you saw written on one of the walls a poem that read, "If Skullport's where ye wish to be, with Saugarth's flow go ye. If pirate booty is what ye crave, fight the surge to the captain's grave."
Wait, so you're saying there's treasure?
Apparently so.
I mean,
That or
Wars
we
and
really
Dwarragor
want
both like
pirate
treasure, right?
moon.
Sorry,
I thought
you're going to have to separate that into two different people speaking at different times instead of both of you making your point at the same time, please.
Toya?
Pirate poon.
I mean, I thought we were looking for Dwarragor. Dwarragor, forgive me for stereotyping. We know that they're in here somewhere. They like treasure.
You also know that they've gone deeper.
Oh, as in like down levels.
You'd heard that they had headed deeper into the dungeon. You're more or less on the same level as Skullport. Not to say don't go after the treasure, but if your only motivation to go after the treasure is the Dwarragor, they might not be there. But you might find treasure that might be useful to gather for yourselves or trade to them.
Well, just gonna
Or pay off your debt.
Space. I mean, I feel like a nursery rhyme's not gonna pay off my debt. It's probably, if it's common enough to be like a turn of phrase, someone's already plundered it.
From your history check, you know that it's not like a common poem. It's not one that you recognize along, like, it's not effectively like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's something that's here. And
was it like carved into a wall? Like,
yes.
Is that the type I'm guessing? Okay. I was gonna think about it, and it's just like he's like, I mean, logically speaking, we should head downstream to go to the deeper side of things, though. That would mean crossing back the way we came, and
Upstream.
Hmm.
That was
Oh, yeah.
upstream.
Yeah, no, but going downstream means that we're going deeper, because of he debates explaining gravity to you, then realize that would come across as really condescending, and he's just like,
I mean, you're also wrong in this case, because downstream's about river flow.
no, but like the river moves downstream, and we're going down, so there'll be a gradient down, and the river's flowing in that direction.
You know what, sure, John, which way is the river flowing? Is it flowing southwest towards Skullport
The
or
river
northeast
is
away from
flowing
it?
towards Skullport.
Yeah.
Yes, I was right.
No, and I was agreeing with you. Or saying that he doesn't want to go that way because it's not down.
He doesn't want to go up because it's not down.
Yeah. There's a double
Let's
negative.
just
there.
agree you're both wrong.
We're fighting. Like, I want to think that Vason and Beltwall are having this exact argument.
Like, I mean, yeah, Vason is the one who is the semi-professional swimmer. Like, and then just like Toya interrupts and it's just like turns with both of us. You just don't like the water.
I don't like water either, so, like, fair.
That's what...
He's
that was what I was
talking to you.
saying.
Oh, yeah, no, I can't stand the water. Water can go fuck itself.
Britta, could you put me down, by the way?
As you say this, the water just flows past, not caring what you think of it. In that way in the way that water does.
Water's just like, well, fuck you too.
I mean, you did say that you didn't like... You couldn't move easily on the pebbles.
Just temporarily, I feel like I'm being warned to a very strange hat right now. Grayson, careful of my axes.
Now, I'm heading back this way, so you guys can do what you want.
We should head back.
Wait. But there's treasure that way.
No, there isn't.
I will carry and make sure everyone stays dry.
No.
You'd have to make like 8 trips. Don't worry about it.
Oh, does anyone have like...
Already gone.
What's that spell? Your smart wall. Tensor's floating disc? That's a spell, right?
I'm already gone.
I don't have Tensor's floating disc. We should probably also follow her.
Oh.
Back again so soon, dearie.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what they're doing, so I thought I'd come back and chat with you, because you guys are fun.
Oh, that's quite a compliment. I'll also...
Do you guys have a boat?
Wall was just like, Grayson! Even left on the beach, he's like, shit, my wheels are stuck, and my ride has gone.
Oh, wait. Hold that thought. If you have a boat, tell me when I get back. Zoop, zoop, zoop.
You having this conversation, you hear Wall yelling in the distance.
Zoop.
Or actually, do you have a collapsing boat? That'd be really handy.
Right. This is the weirdest bit, but I love it. There we go. I've managed to stand directly on Nuri. Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, do you have a boat? Or like a way that we can go up river and be dry?
Or downriver the way that we agreed to go. Not downriver, but we need to get down to the lower levels.
And you don't know the way?
No, we're kind of making it up as we go along.
We could show you how to get to the Twisted Caverns.
Be great, because I don't think these guys know what they're doing.
Is Twisted like a geometry thing or a sentiment thing?
Yes.
I love these guys. They're great.
So you'll have so much fun in there.
You.
So yeah, how do we get there?
To show you?
That'd be helpful.
For the sake of brevity and expedience, and not role-playing a lot of the hags talking and showing you the way there, we're going to skip forward a little bit. You cross back over the river. The hags aid Vaesen in helping those across that can't swim themselves.
The water's not that bad. Look at it. It just floats. Toya, just glides over my scales.
Vaesen.
Don't worry, I'll keep your foot out of the water.
Vaesen.
You're a foot out of the water, you're fine. Just hold on to your tail.
You head back through several twisting tunnels and pass through the bugbears or the hobgoblins' encampment that you had previously made your way through with your hobgoblin companion. and cross the battle lines once more between the goblinoids and the drow, but this time, instead of heading north into their stronghold, you continue heading to the west and round and down a tunnel that leads you deeper into the dungeon of the Mad Mage. Into the next level, as previously mentioned, the Twisted Caverns.
Drop.
And I'm just going to double check that everybody is here on the map. They are. Head on over to this map now.
Da-da-da-da.
Just a tiny bit of bookkeeping. How long's it been since I've got hit by the rune?
By this point, it'll been a few hours. So we'll say that you're 3 hours into it.
Sounds good.
Wow, this is a big map.
Okay. Ooh. Does anybody else still feel wired? This is great.
Whatever you took, you need to, lay off, man.
I've already told you it was the rune, it was Ulathar. Like, it's great. Seriously, is this like what... It's not quite like someone casting haste on you. That's sort of like an intense rush. This is sort of like a medium-level buzz the whole time. It's great. Like, complete fluidity of motion.
Is this
it's like being you, Toya?
Nefira, please
just
let us make
cut
an
his balls
agreement
off.
to never, ever allow him to touch hard drugs.
As you head round the corridor, and it's still slowly descending downwards, moss starts to grip the surface, and similar to the way grass covers the ground in most areas outside, greenery starts to show up. The ground of this cavern is covered in a layer of moss, and you can see various fungi of different sizes, some of them as large as trees in this area. The larger ones even scraping the height of the 40-foot ceiling.
Describe those trees again?
Mushrooms.
They're mushrooms.
They are mushrooms. Fungi. There are a number of different funguses within this room.
Uh-oh, I can't see.
Vaesen, Nefira, and Toya, could you all make me survival checks?
Survival checks. Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
big
Hold
fat
on.
nothing.
I enjoy the fact that I'm fine.
That could have been much worse than it turned out to be, and that didn't come through. That's a 19.
Oof, Nefira.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a 19, it just has not come through.
Toya and Vaesen, as you're looking around the room, taking in the various different fungi and of differing sizes, Nefira, you recognize several of these because you are obviously you are a half drow and you are used to the funguses of the Underdark, specialist subject in schools. You note the stout Trillimac, the towering Zerkwoods. Toya and Vaesen, your eyes are drawn to something else. Amidst the moss lining on the floor, you see a set of footprints of something very big leading into this cavern.
Any sort of clues to what it is based on the footprints?
The footprints
Can we
look
tell?
humanoid,
Humanoid.
but bigger than much bigger than a human.
Ooh.
There a troll in the dungeon?
I mean, down here, would it be like an ogre? Ooh, maybe an ogrelon.
Anything could be an orc.
Or a giant.
Yeah, it's too small to be a... Too small to be... Sorry, too big to be an orc. Too small to be a giant, I think. I don't know. Do giants live
Goliath,
down
maybe?
here? Maybe. Which way do the footprints go?
Into this cave.
We're going up into that cave over there.
Paul's gonna have a little sniff of the air, see if anything's close or if there's like a certain smell of like what it could be. I'll do it as perception. I'll do it straight as well because that's a 20.
Yeah, just do it straight. This straight 20.
Yeah,
It's a dirty 20 though, thankfully.
that's a dirty 20. I was gonna be like, well, I know I've got this like bullshit ability that gives me like a really good sense of smell, so
1 second.
a mushroom jumps out the wall and throws pepper in my face. You will never smell again.
Yep.
Ooh. Are there giant mushroom people? That'd be cool.
You take a deep breath and you can smell a lot of fungi and similar plant life. And there's something else, something... Giantkin.
Giant.
It's not an orc. Something bigger.
Something
That's what
bigger.
I said.
I'm agreeing
Too
with you.
big to be an orc. Wait, okay, wait.
Well, okay. Let me
Let's be
just put it this way.
sensible about this. Oh,
If the footsteps are going this way, why don't we go this way? Just a thought.
And maybe we'll avoid them.
Oh, hi. I just saw what it is.
I mean, but...
It's got 2 heads. Is that a bad thing?
Oh,
That's a yes.
Oh, those are fun to fight before, though.
Shut up.
Let-
Can we please?
The
No.
fact that I am the voice of reason here is cause for concern.
I haven't
stop saying it
fought
like
something
turns around
difficult
towards
in a
the party.
while.
We don't
Yeah.
need to fight anything right now.
Oh, we can make a friend.
We should keep the task in hand. I mean, our supplies and that are limited.
Exactly. Listen to the
Whoa.
gnome.
Fine.
We can fight it later. Maybe.
Well, I'm having it. Fine.
But Mason will find you a good bone and we'll let you chase that for a while.
I'm not a dog. I'm just gonna like pick one of the small bush-sized mushrooms and just yank it out the ground. This one's edible, right?
No,
No.
don't touch that.
No, not remotely edible unless you want to live afterwards.
Throw it to the side. Which one of these is?
None of them. Do you want rations? I can give you rations.
I want to try something new.
You will die.
That's why I'm asking which ones are edible.
A large...
Oh god.
He heard us arguing about mushrooms.
These are edible.
Oh, wait. Oh, which
No,
ones?
wait, no, Mason.
One of the heads looks at you. These ones are edible. And then the other head just look. No, those ones gave me a funny tummy.
Well, hi.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear about that. Are you better now?
The first head tries to look at the second head. We have the same tummy, you idiot. Yeah, it really hurt my tummy. It's not... We have the same stomach.
Don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh.
You're arguing as much as they were. We could hear them from home.
It's like, oh, we're sorry.
Sorry to disturb you, yeah.
It's fine.
But you
We've
said
got
it was-
lots of neighbours now.
So, just pointing at the mushroom next to him. So this is the one that you said was edible?
Oh my god.
But maybe it's a preparation thing.
Yeah, maybe it's a preparation thing.
Wall's just gonna look in
Yoink.
abject horror. Like, oh. What do you mean by
Thank-
neighbours, though?
Thank you.
I'm just gonna watch that just for a moment, and then just look back at the... What the fuck are these things called again? It's like a teen name, right?
My name is Gibber, says one head. And my name is Jabber, says the other head.
It's like, oh, so
Right,
Jibber Jabber.
Jibber Jabber. Got ya. Easy to remember.
That's a good name. What do you mean by neighbours, though?
Well, we've had spider people have moved into the caves to the east, and fishy folk and stinky lizards seem troubled, moving about more than normal. And the river's started to taste bad.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
When you say spider people, do you mean, are they like people
Like
that
him.
Like spiders?
He points at Nefira.
Oh, so drow.
Yeah.
They're
okay.
new neighbours.
August nod. What do you mean but the river tastes bad?
Water in the river, it started to taste bad. One of them looks around at the... Like it's gone off. But it's the river, so how can it have gone off?
Is the river still moving?
River's still moving. But it doesn't taste good.
Means there's something upriver. That means there's something upriver tainting the water, doesn't it?
We don't know what your words mean.
I just...
Something where the water comes from that's making the water taste bad.
That makes sense. Where does water come from? And the other head shows it comes from river.
Yeah, but it's from where the river starts.
We never see where river starts. River already here when we got here.
Yeah. Do that.
I'm just gonna rub his face.
Oh, Wall, can you just
Yeah.
put this in your bag?
It's like, is it the mushroom?
Yes.
Wall's gonna nature check the mushroom to see if it is actually poisonous.
It should be fine in small doses.
Is it gonna make him high?
No.
Okay, good. He said that like it was gonna make him trip balls. Wall's like, yeah, sure. He's gonna put it in his bag.
Like, just shoving this bush in. Bush-sized mushroom.
It was just size. I just don't care. It's just like, I'm fine.
Well, thank you very much. Just an out-of-character question. Giants, are they the ones who generally speak primordial?
No, giants tend to speak giant. Primordial tends to be elementals.
Thank you. I had forgotten which one spoke which.
We weird. The primordial spoke giant.
You knew it.
I forgot giant was a language, okay?
It's like, we're just visiting tourists, I guess would be called.
Tourists.
We're looking for some duergar.
Oh,
Little men, big beards.
not seen any of them, but the alchemist might be able to help. He's my friend.
Oh, that's nice. Where does the alchemist live?
He points to the east. You'll
That's where
know
the
him
fish
where you
is,
see him. Smart, handsome, small, but with a big smile.
Is the
think you
east
said
where
this-
was that the lizard? Was that the drow or the fish?
If you meet the spider people, you've gone too far.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Well, it's lovely to meet you. And like puts out his... I'm 7 foot. I imagine it's still like a toddler shaking hands with an adult,
Yeah.
but tries to shake hands.
He wraps your entire hand in his hand.
Noise.
Just do the handshake.
The hustle.
He shakes it with one hand, and then that hand lets go, and the other hand comes in for a handshake.
Oh, of course. And I shake
Cute.
hands with that hand too.
Oh.
So you live what? You live up this way? And I point towards the northwest.
Jibber Jabber lives up this way. The alchemist lives up that way. And he points sort of this direction.
That way, okay. Well, thank you, Jibber Jabber. That is really useful information. He's just looks at Vason.
If you want to get through without fighting things, try to keep it down a bit.
We'll try. We're sorry if we disturbed you. That's on us. For
Jibber Jabber need food. No problem. And he picks up some of the same mushroom and starts jamming it in a bag.
I'm just gonna watch.
All right, so let's go find ourselves an alchemist.
Have a lovely
Day,
afternoon.
You two. We'll work out what an
going?
afternoon is.
He lives in caves. I don't think he really knows what an afternoon is.
I mean, what is a cave-based concept of time?
I don't think there is one.
Uh,
Rolling.
As everybody enters this next room, could everybody make me another survival check, please?
Oh no. Okay, hopefully this one comes.
Oh, I improved. A 10.
So,
The 16.
Please,
Mine loads.
please come through.
16. Ironically,
Mine was also a 16. I don't know why mine's not coming through.
Is beyond 20 actually going to the right tabletop?
I don't have Roll20 open. I think it said it couldn't find the found. Well, it couldn't connect to the Foundry tabletop, so I'm just going to restart it.
Have you activated Beyond for this window tonight?
That might have been it. Let me just do a test roll. Boom, boom.
so funny, it's a nat 20.
There we go.
We see it.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I rolled a 16 too.
Okay, those of you that rolled a 15 or more, you look up. Sorry, those of you that rolled a 16 or more and have dark vision, which I believe all of you do,
Vason does thanks to my goggles.
Yep. Thank you for goggles.
you see several stalactite formations in the ceiling.
Wow.
The mushrooms and the moss continue into this room. And those of you that rolled a 15 or higher get the feeling that you should avoid walking underneath the stalactite formations.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
well
not
then.
get like speared in the head.
Jibber Jabber also sort of pointed you up in this general direction.
Up. Okay.
I'm assuming up doesn't take us directly under the stalactites.
You can make your way across the room without walking underneath them.
Oh,
Do
there's a man here.
you?
Hello.
As you enter this next cavern, the moss gives way, and you can see that the room has been formed in some ways. There are still natural elements to the cavern, but it's been cleared of moss that grew in it. Shelves are set up at various heights, holding numerous gourds. A rough-hewn stone block in the center of the cavern serves as a table covered with alchemist supplies. And a friendly-looking man is stood behind the table, pouring one vial into another beaker. And as you enter, oh, hello.
Hi. How are you?
Hope we're not disturbing. We're trying to find the Duergar. I've pronounced Duergar 2 different ways this session already.
Oh, I've not heard anything about Duergar. I'm the alchemist.
We would have knocked, but there's no door.
It is a failing of this cave, but I don't get much foot traffic, so do come inside.
Oh, thank you.
So our friend has the zoomies right now. He isn't high. We're keeping tabs on him.
It's okay. I'm getting used to it now.
Sure you are.
You're not trying to huff everything in sight.
Yeah.
Look,
You're
I've never
sober.
eaten undermountain mushrooms before, and like, they've got to be interesting. Like, kelp was tasty the first time I tried it. Like, you gotta have an exotic palate.
Or just sighs and rubs his face again. It's like, you really don't have to have an exotic palate coming from me. You don't need to do that.
You don't need to try and eat everything that is put in front of you. It's, a lot of things are edible, but some things are only edible once.
I knew that quote was coming up. Well, we asked a local if it was safe.
Ah, you've met Jibber Jabber.
They were very
Yeah,
hospitable.
he's cool.
Jibber and Jabber, they're both lovely.
I haven't asked pronouns. They are very friendly, yes.
What's really awkward is Jibber identifies as female and Jabber identifies as male.
Ah. Yeah, that would be confusing.
I feel like as they are technically a collective, they, them is probably fine.
Fair.
As they are a plural, I guess. But that aside, yeah, we're trying to find the Duergar. I mean, if you don't know where they are, that's chill, but how do we progress down?
I mean, yes, you either continue on further down or explore more on this level, I suppose. I've not heard of any Duergar here, but I've seen some ropers
Oh,
in the tunnels further east of here. If south from this tunnel and then east, there's a pair of ropers.
nope,
Just
sorry.
Be
I
careful.
didn't mean to do that. I just jumped over this man's table accidentally.
Roll over his table.
Just crush all his shit.
Smash, smash, smash.
There's a pair of ropers, and if you jump over my table again, you can go and feed yourself to them.
What in fact are ropers?
They hang from the ceiling and try to lash people up, drop
Then
them, and
eat
then
them.
eat them.
Well, if they're a problem for you.
They
So
are
our
a bit
friend
of a
has a bit of a-
concern.
He's got more of a hero complex than normal at the moment because he is clearly been on something.
High as fuck.
Is he
I'm a
on
Runes.
I am a paladin.
That doesn't mean that you might not do things. There's a very nice fellow up in Waterdeep who is apparently a paladin, but I'm pretty sure he isn't, given everything that he does.
The alchemist heads over towards Vason and sort of looks him in the eye. You're not on a chemical, are you?
Now, he-
No, I got hit by a rune, something about Ulathar. It's great. Imagine, like, no stiffness, anything at all. It's fantastic. Like, moving around is like thinking about it. It's great.
He heads back to his table and starts stirring a solution.
Oh, thank God.
Can I interest you in any potions?
I mean, if you have healing potions, that could be good. Wolf says, and then realizes that he is broke, and is like, for the others, that might be interesting to you.
Well, how about this? How about we deal with your roper problem, and you give us a stash of potions?
We could come to some sort of arrangement like that.
Great.
Yes, I have little use for coins or gemstones or art objects down here, but yes, the barter system works well.
Really? I mean, no offense or anything, but wouldn't you at least like a warm, fluffy rug? Something for your feet? This stone can't
My
be
feet
good
are
for you.
fine.
Oh,
I have
okay.
comfortable shoes and a nice bed. And he gestures over to one corner of the room, and you can see a vaguely put together bed made of a combination of wood and mushroom stalk.
I mean, it works, I guess.
More a hammock in some ways.
It feels like a very intrusive question, and we've just met you. But it came to mind. Why are you down here?
We were... I was kidnapped. Hallister kidnapped me about a year ago.
Oh dear.
And you can't leave now?
No. He
That's
has...
fucked up.
He has something of mine. I can't remember the details. It's
Not your name, is it?
no. Although, to be fair, I don't remember that either. Or where I'm from.
Years old?
Yes, you could call it that, I suppose.
Wall shifts uncomfortably. I think while you're down here, we can at least try and make it more comfortable for you. We'll try and get rid of those ropers if you could get us some health potions.
I'll start brewing you something special.
Please do, we appreciate it.
That's very kind.
Well, since Captain Zumi's over there really wants to fight something, let's go and kill some ropers.
Oh my god. You get hit by one spell that makes you incredibly limber, and suddenly you're Captain Zoomies. She's the cat person. Apologies.
Like, what? Once you stop zooming, I won't call you Captain Zoomies anymore.
I'm not doing the Zoomies anymore. I leant against the wall for a solid 30 seconds.
That does not mean you do not have the zoomies. It means you have recharged yourself for another round of zoomies.
I'll lean back towards Nefira and be like, again, we shall never, ever, ever give him hard drugs.
Do potions count as hard drugs?
No, sometimes they do, actually.
Some do.
I think I need to try some potions of haste. Those sound nice.
Oh, for God's sake. Just like, please.
It exists. It's called coffee.
There's also speed, but we're not going to let you have that.
Yeah, we're definitely not going down that route.
It's like, there's also potions of haste. It's a spell. I know that much about magic. You put the spells in the potion, you drink it, and nobody has to be all like, vroom, 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 focusing on it.
John, you said the stalactites were like kind of sus in this room as well.
Yes.
Are there like ropers in here too?
You're not sure.
Huh.
Let's say yes.
I feel like there might be.
Just in case, let's all just stick together so when one roper grabs one of us, the others can just hang on.
Was going to pose that idea just before we go into this room. It's just like, oh yeah, there might be ropers in here as well. I feel like something weird about the stalactites.
Robbie Jenkins has redeemed a stretch.
I would stretch, but I'm way too stiff.
It'll definitely stretch. It's like manually giving yourself freedom of movement.
Ball's gonna quickly, as we're in the room, go into the bag and pull out the statue head, which, presuming the ropers are dumb, they might be like, ooh, tasty human, and like roll it across the floor, like underneath the sus-looking stalactites, and just kind of see what happens. I'll let everyone know. He will tell everyone he's doing this and then do it.
The head rolls across the ground, comes to a stop in the dark. Nothing happens.
He'll use a mage hand to rock it a little bit and be like, ooh.
That demands.
Can we do like an investigation check to assuage one of this idea?
If nothing happens after rocking the statue head, then he's just going to mage hand it back into his bag.
Okay. Nothing happens. The mage hand. Sorry. Smitty, mage hand, does it cause light?
No. The spectral hand.
Yeah, it doesn't like glow.
No.
I think it just looks like a hand. It's normally depicted as having a glow, but I don't think it's actually.
Yeah, I think it's like ethereal. So yeah, the head goes back in the bag.
You'd follow the party through the door, through the whatever, not the door, the cave hole. What the fuck is it called?
Wait. Okay. To prevent us rushing in, what do we actually know about ropers?
Just what that guy told us, I guess. I mean, presumably they hang from the ceilings if they pick people up and...
I guess roll nature? Would that be the skill check?
Yeah, roll me a nature check.
Holy Christ. Hooray for the flat roll.
You've picked up on stories from when you were at the monastery of monsters that could blend in with caverns. There were several of them, sort of. A lot of stories in the books talk about things like mimics that look like chests, and you stick to them, and so sort of everybody knows the basics of how a mimic works, and sort of to be aware of that. Going into some more detail along the same sort of lines as the mimic, you also have heard of things such as the ropers, who use blending to appear to be rock formations and blend in with caves, either being stalagmites or stalactites. And until they start attacking, they appear to just be part of the rocky surface.
Is there anything that would flush one out?
Meat.
Well, that's disturbing.
Meat or light.
Does anybody have like a sort? You have the lights, but you can cast light, can't you, Wall?
I mean, I don't have the light spell, but I can make magical trinkets that emit light. So,
okay.
Yes and no.
So if you have light, or if you start roasting some meat, that might trick them to coming out.
Thor, do not!
Could do. I think that's probably our best bet. Not the meat thing. We should probably preserve our rations. But we have things we could just throw on the floor that emit light.
Nuri also has the light cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where did the alchemist say that these ropers were? Just sort of like hanging around outside his cave, or
He suggested
east?
down this down this tunnel you're stood at the entrance to.
I suppose those of us who are willing to get slashed up at the front, anyone you want, you can bait, cast light, stay behind, and just kind of keep triggering it. Make them uncomfortable.
Probably a good idea.
And it's a thought.
I volunteer for, not for tribute, I don't want to be tribute, but I volunteer for like the whole being pounced on. Anyone else? Just me?
I think it might just be you. It's gonna
I think it's
cast,
just you.
do a
What would
magical
you like
trinket
casting?
and light spell.
Yep. I have that. It'll just take me a second.
For the record, I am not moving more than 10 feet ahead of these people.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Certainly I haven't got much better on the old light front.
Wait, no. Simpler option. Nuri, can you put that light on my sword?
Yep. Shouldn't be too hard.
And he wants to be the light bringer.
Make it a nice glowing sort of orange colour
Oh,
on the end of the sword.
thank you.
All I'm thinking is at least not making it bright white, because they'll see us coming around corners.
Let's say it does specifically say bright light for 20 feet. So I'm not sure we can dim it.
Well, yeah, it's still a bright light, but it does say you can make it any colour you like as well.
Ooh. Oh my god, I can see it in colour. It's a miracle. I've been seeking grayscale for so long.
Oh, here we go. Now he's got colour. Next thing you want to know, wants to see in HD. Then it'll be 4K.
No. I feel like he's going to talk about this experience for the rest of his life.
We'll be
Just
watching
wait till
that
one of
full
you
HD.
guys get. Just wait till one of you guys get hit by a weird magical rune. You'll enjoy it, or I mean, yeah,
Or
you'll
just going to
probably
look at you with
you'll,
like a
you'll
really
enjoy it.
displeased expression. Like, going to look at you like, Grayson, I'm almost always high on painkillers. No.
I'm not
Also,
talking about.
you sit there and say like, "Oh, wouldn't it be nice to have things?" Like, I've made very bad life choices on contracts.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
You're
whoa, whoa.
just jaded shit
Mason?
at it.
Mason, don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
Okay,
Check out the floor.
lots of bones.
You look into the room, and the uneven floor of this room is covered with bits of chewed up armor and bones, as well as the occasional copper or silver piece.
Hey, look up.
Yep. Wherever the bones are the most concentrated are probably where those things are, because they probably can't eat bones. They just suck the meat off and spit the bones and armor out.
You have a vivid imagination.
You look up, and you see a sea of stalactites on the ceiling, and Pendragon Nomad shouts, "Make sure you hydrate!"
I should probably get myself
Yep.
another glass of water.
And as you look up and turn back to talk to Toya, a rope whips out, a flesh rope whips out from one of the stalactites. And we're going to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Oh, Christ.
Oh,
on
yeah.
crackers.
Oh, it wouldn't let me roll. Let's try that again.
Initiative!
Of course.
I've got one. Oh my god.
22!
Wait, how did I roll a 0? Like, what? No, I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1, okay.
I was going to say, like, a -1 dex, maybe?
I was like, I don't know. Wait, my dex is not... Why is it my initiative so low?
Okay, out of curiosity, how come everybody's rolls have a point something on them?
It adds your dexterity number after it, so that if two people roll the same thing,
It's a tiebreaker.
it doesn't get confused. For the first round of this combat, you people are all surprised.
Oh, damn.
Damn, none of us took the alert feat.
Yet.
Battle has begun. It is your turn. It's your turn. Make ready.
So,
your turn comes.
We're being surprised.
Your
I
turn.
already know I'm being hit by a rope. I'm intensely worried. Oh my god, that looks hideous. I love it.
Ropers
Oh
do
my-
have a very special type of art.
Oh my god, I love it.
The stalactite seems to split open a mouth and a single eye and several tendril-like whip arms just start to scree around next to it. And one of them whips out towards you for a...
Nope. Nope, nope.
19 to hit.
Oh, that just hits.
You are grappled. Do you have anything special about being grappled?
I do. I have got freedom of movement. Basically, I could just drop out of this with like 5 foot of movement. It's fine.
So it starts to reel you in, and you are pulled 25 feet towards it.
That's inside it.
It is also up, however. It's 30 feet up.
Cool.
So you are pulled 5, 10, and then 25 feet. So you're 15 feet off the ground. You're halfway up the cavern height.
What's the full damage rules again?
1d6 for every 10 foot.
Cool.
It is your turn.
You don't go by goat's rules here. Then I just make up a massive number. Like, yeah, you fucking die.
And you look around and see a second stalactite, mouth open, eyes open. Oh, not both of them. One of them moves. How far can these things move? Not far. Okay, cool. Moves across the roof, whips out a tendril towards Nephira.
No.
Nephira, a natural 20 to hit.
Fucking hell.
Yes.
Damn.
You are grappled. And you are pulled 5, 10, and then also 15 feet into the air. Now let's just put the 15 feet on you, and let's get the 30 feet on these guys, because they are 30 feet off the ground. I said you're 30 feet off the ground. There we go. And starting at the top of the turn order, Vason.
That's mighty polite of you to bring me close. How far away from me is this thing besides its, like, tentacles?
It's about 15 feet up.
Okay, just describe to me how this attaches to the ceiling.
It appears to be sort of... As this one hasn't moved, this appears to be part of the ceiling. You saw the other one move, and it sort of undulated across the ceiling as if the base of it has lots of tiny little legs that are attached to the ceiling.
Thanks, I hate it.
That sounds amazing. I love it. Cool. I'm going to quickly drop a little divine favor for bonus action,
Okay.
just to give me some extra d4s. And I'm going to do something a little horrifying. So I have 40 feet of movement. I have freedom of movement. I can essentially escape the grapple with 5 feet of movement. And I don't want to go to the floor. I would like to climb up this thing and
Okay.
stab it in the body.
Nice.
Do you get out of the grapple? Oh, you have to get out of the grapple to move because grappling stops you moving.
Yep, so I drop 5 foot of movement. Freedom of movement gives me that straight away.
Yep. And then you climb up to the full 30 feet height of the ceiling.
Just sort of like climbing up its own tendrils.
Roll me an attack.
All right, cool. This is fucking dope. Cool. Yeah, there's gonna be attack number 1. Oof. That was a great 13.
Swinging around from the top of the rope. You swing. It is hard to hit this thing.
Well, let's try that again. If you wouldn't mind standing still for a second. That's exactly the same roll.
It's a 13 again. You really wanted to roll a 13.
Apparently, I really did.
Unfortunately, it is really difficult for you to get purchase at this height and swing at this creature. It sort of manages to whip you just enough at the right moments that the sword goes wide.
If anyone wants to give me spider climb, that'd be great.
Will do.
Thank you.
I'm kind of tied up right now.
Zara is going to move a little bit forward to a point where she can be of some assistance. She is going to level a crossbow at the roper currently being attacked by Vaesen, because that is the one she has the clearest line of sight to. But instead of firing a regular crossbow bolt, just a ray of frost fires out of the crossbow.
Ooh.
That's my baby.
And completely misses, and just ice scrapes along the top of the roof. And, yeah. That is Zara's turn.
It's your turn.
Okay, sweetie, you did your best.
Ick runs forward and has a bow and aims and thinks, it'd be really cool if I could fire a ray of frost with this. But he just fires a regular bolt, and the bolt flies across the heads of the party and just sinks into the roper, and it shrieks as it actually got hit. For 3 whole points of damage, fear Ick.
We need to train that boy to be an Eldritch Knight.
Nuri, it is your turn.
Okay. Yeah, look. How far can I move? It's 30 feet, isn't it? Foundra's really not letting me do anything. Right. Okay. Can I see into the room there, or do I need to?
You can see into from there to see the roper holding, or that Vaesen is holding on to the top of. If you wish to cast a spell at it from where you are, you can see it. What would you like to cast?
I'm just having a look. What actually does attacking rather than, protecting. No, that's no good for me. Wait a minute. Hang on.
You've got Guiding Bolt.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different one. Let's see if I can become fast friends with it. Get him to drop.
Wait, but we've been paid to kill them.
They aren't humanoid, I'm afraid.
Kill them.
They are not humanoid, and they cannot understand any languages you speak, so fast friends does not work.
No. Okay, well, let's try this then instead. Oh, come on. Or have we had a rest since whenever? Because I don't have any 4th level. Is that correct? 4th level spells.
I don't think you've had a rest recently, no.
I said, didn't we have a rest before leaving Skullport?
We did. I think we are pretty rested at the moment.
So I know I lost a whole bunch of resources because I was an idiot dunking a cat on a rope, but...
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you the spell slots. Because I assume you just weren't around for a rest at one point.
So do I have 4th level spells?
So you would have one 4th level spell slot.
Okay, let's try this then.
Okay, let's see how charismatic this roof is feeling. Not very at all.
I thought I had a +2. I was like, how does it have a plus in anything? It's literally a stalactite.
Vason, you look as the creature that you're holding on to suddenly just...
Hang on, didn't my thingy come through? My banishment?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It vanishes.
Yeah.
The creature that Vason is 30 feet up in the air holding on to vanishes as it failed its charisma save. Vason, you fall.
Sorry, everything's only just come through now.
Can I use my reaction to kick off the wall?
Roll me an acrobatics check or a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, yeah, well, let's go with actually, that's the same roll. Let's go with acrobatics. That's a 22, baby.
Okay, some form of freedom of movement. You manage to push off the wall just as the creature sort of disappears out from inside your hands. You launch yourself at the other roper and you slam on, and you grab hold of a tendril and just manage to stay at the roof.
You are next.
Nefira, you are grappled at the moment, slowly being winched up by the roper.
Need to remind myself of the grappled condition.
Your speed is 0 and cannot be increased. Your speed is 0. ends if your grappler is incapacitated.
Yeah, I have a means of getting out, but it is really overkill. Oh, it's so tempting though.
What are you doing, Nefira?
You know what? I will try this. How close am I to the roper right now?
You're about 15 feet underneath it.
Okay, this is going to sound weird, but I'm going to hold my action until I get within 10 feet.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then I will do Thunder Step to get out.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Would you like me to roll the Thunder Step now?
No. You will roll.
Okay.
You roll for it when we get there.
No.
Because that's cool. One roper at the moment is having a very weird existence as it's suddenly in a pocket dimension. Perfectly safe. Wondering where the hell dinner went.
It is your turn.
The other roper, a tendril whips out towards Toya.
Excuse me.
Does a 26 hit your armor class, Toya?
Yes.
You are also grappled by the roper. And it then uses the reel ability that reels you both in 5, 10, 15 to here, and then Toya, you go 10 feet up into the air. Vason, you get winched up 5 feet, and then you are within 10 feet of it.
Cool, let's pop a Thunder Step. And I'll teleport myself to the ground.
I was like, can you not take a creature with you? Because that might help Toya.
I can do...
You can bring
I
along
don't think it's
objects.
close enough for me to grab onto.
Oh, they won't be within 5 feet.
Yeah.
I know Toy would be within 5 feet. She's only 10 feet up, and I'm 15.
You were 20 feet up at the time your reaction would have gone off. Because you needed to be within 10 feet of it. It makes the saving throw.
God dang it. Well, it takes
half damage. And you are no longer grappled.
It
Oh,
takes
great.
12 points of thunder damage.
Yeah, that's great. Great for you. Toya, add +3 to your save.
Add +3 to my save. Okay.
Because
Can I do it? Am I doing a saving throw?
Oh, actually, no, you're
no.
not. You're just out of range.
You're both...
Am I out of range?
You would be within range for this.
Yes, that's a really unfortunate 12.
Yep. 24 points of thunder damage.
Yeah, no,
If
that's not the worst
look
of it.
back at looking all badass from the thunderous clap and it's like, oh crap.
Do I get moved?
You must make... No. You just take damage.
So I'm taking 24 damage. Ouch.
Thunder damage?
I don't have thunder resistance.
Toya.
Can I stab it while it's got me grappled?
You can attempt to attack... 1 second. Where is the bit about the attacking of the tendrils? Oh yes, that's the reason. That's the bad thing. You're fine, though.
Thank you.
You can attack the tendril.
Right.
To get it to drop you. You don't... The damage doesn't, I believe, pass to the creature. The tendril is separate.
But I can't attack the creature?
You can't attack the body itself because you are 20 feet below it right now.
Even with the javelin?
You can hit it with a javelin.
Cool, I'll do that then.
Random Shan has also redeemed a stretch.
Another one.
So everybody do a big old stretch.
Oh, it's a yoga class tonight.
No.
Oh, actually, I needed that.
Shan says they needed a stretch, so I figured that. So I figured I would share. That does hit.
What?
So grappled, you hurl a javelin up, and it slams and pierces into the creature. Doesn't seem to have taken too much notice of this. You can throw another javelin if you would like.
Yeah.
That also hits. It's not happy that dinner is being so resistant. But it's not paying too much attention to it just yet. Whoa.
It's me. Is Vason back on the ground? Who's on the ground at the moment?
At the moment, the only person who has been grappled and subsequently made it back to the ground is Nefira.
Cool. So Vason's still up there. I'll yell and be like, Vason, it's a touch spell. I can't do it from this range. And is there anything? Just trying to think. The spell levitate could be really fun in this scenario, but I think that I would be like pulling it down, which I don't think is how the spell's supposed to work. Fuck it. I'm just gonna do the basic branding smite.
Okay.
First, which isn't doing it for me, cast spell, and then do my pew pew. For some reason it says I don't have spell slots. I do have spell slots. Pretend I have spell slots. Right. I can't fucking roll. I'm so not used to these character sheets. Okay, here we are. Attack. 16?
16 doesn't hit.
Oh, damn. Shit. I was gonna reload, and 22.
22 does hit.
Awesome.
First shot, you fire up the ceiling. Second shot.
Ceiling had it coming. So that's 8, and then let me get the branding smite damage. I might have to roll that manually, because it is not playing ball right now.
I've given you back the spell slots.
Okay, so... where's branding smite gone? Here it is. Cast. Damage. No. There's an extra 5 radiant damage on top of that blazed.
Okay. The first bullet clips the ceiling and just sends shards of stone down. The second one hits true into the roper, and as it strikes in, there's a glow from within the creature. Almost as if the bullets exploded as it enters, and the creature sort of lights up from it. It is starting to look hurt.
War's moved into the room a little bit. He's gonna get back, so it's like he's gonna move back, and then very like, oh, it's gonna be ineffective. Just put his brakes on. He's gonna be like, I'm just gonna maybe try and stay grounded.
You are next.
Vason.
Sorry, I'm just imagining the idea that Wall's brakes are like just glue on the ground rather than like how brakes work.
Just like some universal solvent, just never moving ever again.
It was like, these things will not pick me up, but also I will not be leaving this dungeon.
You just come back in several weeks' time and find a wheelchair and like a patch of Wal's trousers in it as he's like cut the back of the trousers off to leave.
Ooh, actually, I wonder if I can do something bizarre.
Probably.
Is this creature immune to prone?
That is a good question that I will answer with doesn't appear to be.
Fantastic. I don't know which metallic breath weapon you'd want me to use for this, but for my first attack, I want to use either enervating or repulsion breath to force it to make... the saves are different. So repulsion breath, each creature in the cone must make a strength saving throw. It will be pushed 20 feet away and knocked prone. Or enervating breath, each creature in the cone must make a con saving throw DC 14 or become incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
You pick. Which do you want to... Which would you like to do?
I'm not sure either of these are great, because it's going to really hurt Toya. Wait, no, but Toya's 20 feet beneath me. That's fine.
Oh, she's also
Toya's
raging,
safe.
so she should be fine. I
Um,
presume Toya's raging.
I don't believe Toya's raging at the moment.
No, dang.
Assume I'm always raging.
I mean, Toya's upset, but I don't think Toya actually used a bonus action to enter a rage in their last turn.
I'll go with a... Screw it, I'm just going to hit it. Screw trying to be clever with breath. I'm just going to hit this thing with a sword.
Okay, that is an option that you have.
Come
Roll
on,
some
decent
more
roll.
13s.
18?
Just misses. You hit, but it scrapes off sort of the stone armor of this creature.
Oh, come on! How? How?
Wow.
Oof.
Wow.
That would kill almost anything else.
You swing twice more and twice more. Kshink, kshink. This thing has very strong armor.
Oh, just get stabbed, you overgrown barnacle. It's anything bonus action worth
Any
doing.
bonus actions on your turn?
Nothing that won't break my concentration, sadly. So that's it.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Zara is going to step forward and is going to... Screw it, we need to hit this thing, so is going to magic missiles. And that is... I'm not going to roll the damage there, I'm going to just roll, because there is one creature. It's not splitting it up at all. Zara steps forward, holds a hand out, and just... 3 tiny stars of energy fire up into the creature, and then she just steps back past Wall.
It is your turn.
That's cheating.
Ick moves forward because he can. Ick fires a crossbow up to the creature. Ick's crossbow misses. Ick doesn't have multi-attack. Ick does not have multi-attack. Nuri, it is your turn.
Right, let's get in a little bit closer. Look, I can see another creature.
There's another one. Toya is suspended about 10 feet off of the ground. Vason is clinging to the side of this one, swinging at it with the sword, but it seems to be ineffective at the moment. Okay, how wise are we feeling today, Mr. Roper? The answer is just wise enough to not take any damage.
Okay.
I do love that spell, though.
Any bonus actions?
Any healing anybody needs?
I have exactly half health.
I'll go Toya.
Let's do that. And then it will cover both of you. It will roll. Takes forever to come through. Right. It's mass healing word, but of course it's taking forever to come through.
So that's 9 points of healing to 6 creatures of your choice. So do you want to just distribute that to everybody who needs some healing? Because I think there's only...
Yeah.
There's less than 6 people that need healing, so let's heal everyone 9 points of healing. Not apply damage. Everybody gets a little bit better.
Oh, my ears have stopped ringing.
Make ready. Your turn comes.
Nefira.
Alrighty then. Well, it's still got a hold of everybody else. I got no means of making it break grip with you all. Sorry about that. Let's just go for a nice basic Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
First one, a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And the second one is a natural one.
That one doesn't hit.
Oof. That's why I take 12 points of force damage.
You fire, and the first... we said, blackened spider webs now, isn't it?
Yeah.
The webs, but slightly more chaotic. The first one strikes into the rope. The second one blasts some of the ceiling away. Anything else with your turn? Any movement or any bonus actions? Or
no, that is it all for me.
It's your turn.
This roper is still enjoying its time in an extra-dimensional area. It'll be back soon.
Always up, always down. It doesn't know.
It is your turn.
Meanwhile, this creature is going to whip out with a tendril at Ick.
Yeah, R.I.P. Ick.
And Ick doesn't have a very good armor class, so is now grappled.
This is very pushing my luck here. But the tendril's leaving my threatened area, right?
No. It is then going to reel, and Ick goes 5, 10, 15 to here, and then is going to move 10 feet up into the air. And then Toya is going to move 25 feet closer to it, which brings her up to 30 feet in height, which brings her level with the creature and its mouth.
Can we not?
Oh, just to check. I don't know if this will make a difference, but Ick was here, right?
Yes.
Does that not count as within? I'm just double checking my aura because I think my aura might have.
There is no saving throw.
Ah, damn.
It's an attack roll.
Fair.
So, it is going to attempt to bite Toya.
And again, I must say, can we not?
That is a 19 to hit.
Damn it. Yes.
That is 27 points of damage as it sinks its teeth into you.
Ah.
Toya.
I have not gone through all this shit to get eaten by something like you!
You are now next to it, so you can hit it with sword.
Oh, can you forget the javelin thing then?
I can. Oh, look at me forgetting the javelin. It's gone away. It's almost like it never happened. Would you like to rage first?
Actually, yeah, I would.
Okay.
Hold on. Visibility. Roar.
Toya enters a rage and swings a sword.
Appreciate being bitten, mother.
Toya really doesn't appreciate being bitten.
That means I hit crit, right?
That does mean you hit crit. Also, because you are raging and it is the first thing you've hit this turn, you get your Divine Fury.
Yeah, so it takes like necrotic damage, right?
So could you... hang on a second. Let me check it. I was going to ask you to roll me a dice for how much damage that dealt, but it has 2 hit points left, so... This one is down.
Oh.
Which is a problem.
Oops.
For some of you.
Mistakes have been made.
Toya and Ick, you are suddenly dropped as the creature is no more. Actually, no, it's a spider climbing to the ceiling, so it just drops itself, which means all of you fall.
Help.
Yeah,
Ick takes 1 point of damage.
It's going to be stupid, but can I use acrobatics? Because I was like holding onto the top of it to essentially use it as a cushion.
Roll me an acrobatics. It's high, but you might take less damage.
Yay! I don't want to take damage. That's not high.
That is not high.
That could almost have not been worse.
I feel like as a tabaxi, it would be acrobatic enough to try and land decently.
Roll me a check as well. Roll me an acrobatics check to see how well you land on your feet.
Okay. Ooh, I don't know what just happened. What's it doing? I don't know what it's doing. I just need to hit acrobatics, right? Is it normal?
Yep. Yeah, normal.
Okay. Cool.
You do turn in the air, but it still hurts falling 30 feet.
Oh.
So you both take 13 points of damage. Toya, actually, you're raging, so that's halved. So you only take 6 points of damage as you slam into the ground, sort of superhero cat pose.
Oh, that's terrible on your knees.
And we're back to resetting you guys to 0 on the ground.
Ow.
I have broken both my femurs.
As you wait on the ground, or as you sort of slowly recover the legs on the ground, would you like to wait for the other one to reappear or make any preparation? Because it's coming back after a minute.
Neri, where's it going to turn back up?
I don't know.
Like, does it reappear where you vanished it from?
It was here.
I think it tends
I was
to.
going to say, doesn't it just stay where it's vanished to? Or...
If it's
Does it
not
just
from
eventually
this
wear
plane, it stays. But if it is from here, and the roper is naturally a occurring creature on this plane of existence, it will reappear where you disappeared it.
Yeah.
Oh, can someone just, like, drag me out of the line of fire? That would be great.
Sure, I'll do that. Well, if you want to give me spider climb, I just sort of pick Toya up, plop her in front of Zara, and just stick my arm out for spider climb.
Wall's gonna do that, but it's also gonna be like, does anyone have a flask of oil?
So I'll just put...
Maybe. I do, yeah.
Okay, could you give that to Vason? Vason, go up where that roper was, and the one that's okay. Go to plan. Where the roper who is banished will reappear. If we can make it slick, it won't be able to grip, and will then take 4 damage. So we might all be able to hit it simultaneously. That is Wall's plan. He will articulate that.
That sounds good to me.
I mean, if you want to.
I'll try.
Take my oil flask, then.
So, I've got spider climb and a flask, and I go up to the ceiling. I guess I'm like... Spider climb, you just, like, stand on surfaces, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't actually find spider climb at the moment. I think it's a 2nd level, right? Or...
Yeah, it's the 2nd level as well.
Yeah. Cool. Burning all my spell slots. He's also going to hold grease.
Mason's never moved this.
People spider climbed. I do have 1 spare.
Oh, could you cast it rather than me? Because otherwise I'm burning all my spell slots.
Look, running out of time. Someone.
Come here. Hide
turn me into a. There we go. Thank you.
Wall is also going to cast grease on that area just to make sure it's like just as impossible for this thing to grip as like physically possible. I did not use 3 spell slots doing that though.
Okay, you
polishing
grease the roof. You oil the roof. The roof of this cave is dripping with...
Does anyone have a match?
That's also a good shout. When it falls, it should be pretty flammable.
Well, no, it's just smear a little bit above my head. I could just light the ceiling on fire.
I've got branding smite.
All I've got is torches, and none of them are lit.
Let's light a torch real fast.
I drop my sword. I grab my flint from my tinderbox, and I'm literally just gonna wait for this thing to turn up.
Okay. It takes you the better part of the minute that you have for it to be covered with oil, the space to be made ready for it. I'm going to take us to the top of the turn order.
Make ready, your turn comes.
And it reappears after a minute. Vason, what do you do?
So it's right next to me. It's got all its little feetsies being greased and oiled, right?
It's starting to slip from the surface.
I try using my flint to light the ceiling on fire.
Okay. I'm gonna say I can
use lightning. I can use lightning breath instead if you'd rather I use some power.
You've spent time to set this up, so it starts to fall, and the ceiling just and it roars as it falls. It's not used to falling. Like, falling is a thing other creatures do. It doesn't fall. It doesn't suddenly burst into flames. It doesn't disappear to other dimensions. It slams into the ground.
It's very offended.
On fire and very annoyed, and takes a very bad roll of the dice there. 10 points of damage from the fall and the fire. But it is now on the ground.
So, out of curiosity, what was that, an action or a bonus action to light the ceiling on fire?
I'm going to say that took an action. And yes, Sean, the roof is on fire.
Cool, in which case I'm just gonna I guess, use my bonus action to summon my sword back into my hand.
The sword picks itself up off the ground and flies up to your hand.
And I'm gonna... I can't hold an action. I've spent my action. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
Zara looks at the creature and... yeah, she's got another first level spell slot. So she magic missiles. This time for 9 points of damage as 3 magical darts slam into the flaming roper.
It is your turn. It's your turn.
Ick aims a crossbow, fires, hits, and deals some damage. Nuri, what would you like to do?
Let's... I told the dead. There we go.
Let's see how it does. Not good. Roll me the versatile damage, please. Oh dear. The bell loudly sounds, and it roars in fury and in flame that it is... it's not doing well right now.
Make ready. Your turn.
Well, that's what you get for being rude.
Nefira.
Oh, let's pile in on this, shall we? Let's throw a couple more Eldritch Blasts at it. The first one's an 11, and then a 19.
They both miss, unfortunately. You just fire 2 crackling spider webs out, and they just slam into the rock. One hits a skull that just splinters.
If Ru just sits there with like the full concern meme.
It's your turn.
It is now the roper's turn, and it is going to move up to Ick. And it is going to bite attack. And that hits Ick.
Oh no!
Rip.
Oh no!
And Ick goes down. Ick is unconscious. Where is the symbol for unconscious? Why is it not under you? There it is. Toya. Would you like to do anything on your turn?
I can try and throw a javelin at it.
Yeah, from where you are, it's got a bit of cover, but you can give it a go.
Okay, I'll use my movement to kind of get here. Clear out my shot a bit.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Dragging myself across the floor.
That'll hit.
And since that's my first hit this turn, does that mean it takes necrotic too?
That's... Oh no!
I think it's been a minute. So
Oh yeah, your rage will have dropped by this time.
It's only been a turn. It hasn't even been a turn though.
It took a minute of time in the middle there for oil to be spread on the ceiling and for the roper to return. So while it only has ticked up a minute, like it only has ticked up one turn, it's been longer than that in the actual game.
Right.
You can throw another javelin.
I was gonna say, you've still got bonus action.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Even if it hadn't lasted only a minute, anytime your turn ends, if you haven't dealt damage or damage hasn't been dealt to you, your rage drops.
I did do damage because the last turn was me killing the damn thing.
But then there would have been several turns in the middle there that were Vason spreading oil on the roof.
Oh. Okay, that makes
I was
sense.
say, you still have a bonus action. You could do that between attacks.
You could re-rage if you wish to re-rage, if you still have rage uses.
Yeah, it says I have 2. Cool. Boom. 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 Ah.
Unfortunately, the second javelin doesn't hit.
Wait. Hold on. I think I have a thing that might let me re-attack.
That's only saving throws.
Oh, damn. I keep remembering I have a chance to re-roll, but I keep forgetting that it's not for attack.
For what it is. Whoa.
It's me.
You.
I was gonna see it get fucking yeeted and over like unconscious somewhere as I try and move the map without doing some dumb shit. For God's sake, can I just move my token, please? No? Okay. Love this for me. He's gonna move up.
You appear to be on a measuring thing.
Yeah, I wait. I'm trying to move my token and it's just not playing ball. There we are. He's going to move up to Ick, and unfortunately he's going to have to get in range of this thing and cast Cure Wounds first level.
Okay.
Giving Ick the grand total of 8 healing.
Ick coughs back to life. Or coughs back to consciousness, not having been dead, but merely unconscious.
That will end my turn, as I've used movement, and I don't think I can take anything as a bonus action.
You are next.
Vason.
Knowing that these two are not in a great place, I'm going to walk along the wall.
Okay.
Again. Love this for me. And I'm going to attack it, but for my first attack, I'm going to use Repulsion Breath.
Okay.
Which is a 15-foot cone, which I'm going to use to hit the thing.
Which I assume you're aiming away from your friends.
Yes. I am going to hit it with that, so it needs to make a DC 14 Strength saving throw.
That is an 8.
Fantastic. It is pushed 20 feet away from me and is knocked prone.
Okay. I'm also going to say, while it flies across the room, hi, One Speed.
Hello.
Welcome in.
Hello.
Hello.
It slams against the wall and sort of flops back to the ground. It looks annoyed that it just looks annoyed, really.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out what my movement needs to be to actually come hit this thing now. Because I'm on a roof. Well, I'm on a wall. So it's 20 foot away. I have 40 foot of movement. I've spent 5. I had to be 30 foot high up because I was oiling the ceiling.
You can either cross the ceiling and drop.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna have an advantage on the melee attack because it's prone. That'll make
You
it.
could land on it and like.
Yeah.
take some. Maybe the monster can take some dash.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna do that, and I don't know how I stop the spider climb from working, but I'm gonna just jump down, sword first.
You relax, and some of the roof just collapses down with you, and you plunge towards the creature. Roll me an attack roll with advantage.
If this doesn't work, I'm gonna be so annoyed.
That hits.
It's an actual hit. Fantastic. Cool. I'm gonna throw a smite in there,
Okay.
which will be a second level smite. Not spite.
Second
Slightly
level
spiteful.
spite.
So 2d8, 3d8, 4d8 because of scale edge.
Yeah.
And do we get anything from? Because I'm gonna throw in a channel divinity here. Cool. That's entirely irrelevant till afterwards. So
Okay.
that's 4d8 radiant damage. Is this in any way undead?
It is neither undead nor fiend, so no bonus smitiness from that, unfortunately.
Gotta hustle. But there you go. There is. Oh, that's a pathetic roll. 12. Wait, no, that's additional damage. I need to actually roll the damage of the sword.
Yeah, what's the damage of scale edge?
So that's 14 slashing and another 12 radiant.
I was also going
And-
to add the 12 points of falling damage to it as well, but you've already killed it. So you just take 12 points of falling damage as you just rock it into the ground.
I still landed on it.
I'll let you take half. You take 6
Okay.
points of falling damage as you plunge the sword into it, and it just stops moving. And we are out of combat. And we are out of combat music.
Oh, those are harder to kill than I thought. Also, does anyone have prestidigitation? I'm kind of in this thing's mouth.
Sorry, no. I have mending though.
No, sorry, you're going to have to deal with the extra colourfulness for yourself.
Anyone know if these things have anything valuable in them?
Vason, as you say this, you notice that the sword has pierced into it, and spilled out on the ground are 2 gemstones that it had eaten.
Oh, sick.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, I hate to whine. I really do. If somebody could heal me even just a little bit, that'd be great.
Look at Neri.
How bad are you?
I
I
can
have
give you.
16 health points.
Ooh.
I could give you 1.
Where are you? Come here.
I'm a little fucked up.
Well, if Foundry would load, I would happily give you some. But
Ick will also suggest that resting might not be a bad plan before moving on.
yeah,
This is true. I am tapped for spell slots.
As will Zara, who throws an arm around Toya and urges to find somewhere very quickly to bed down for the night.
I do have this, and he shakes a big bottle of what looks like cherry cola. I've got this really nice stuff if you want it.
Wait, are we not going to check this other one?
Is it incredibly alcoholic?
It could probably taste alcoholic. Do you tuck in, Raisin?
What is your guys' insistence on drinking strange creatures?
I'm not drinking any creature. I'm checking if this thing has anything in it. Just sort of like hack away at the other roper.
You slice it open, and a single gemstone falls out.
Anything you find in it is mine. I'm the one who killed it.
Catch! Thump! Throw a gemstone at Toya as soon as I have a line of sight.
There you go. So there's a potion of greater healing for you.
Right. Roll 4d4 plus 4.
I'd say if we're gonna have a rest, maybe don't.
Yeah, I think we'll just sit down for a bit, rather than burning through spell slots. We have more progress to do today.
Vason,
Mm-hmm.
you can also gather up 32 copper pieces and 11 silver.
Ooh, 32 copper and 11 silver. Let me write that down and then put down everything. So 32 copper and 11 silver. Thank you. How do I split that? X ways.
So, Toya, everybody has suggested you don't drink the potion and the group's going to take a rest.
Let's take a quick
Is the
nap.
rest gonna heal me, though?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what rests do.
I didn't think short rests did that, though. I thought long rests did.
Short rests, you can roll hit points, hit dice, to restore your hit points.
Okay, so I'm going back down to 16 then. Then I'm hitting short rest.
I'll say, shall we rest at the alchemists? I'm just gonna grab some proof. Just like yank out a couple of big eyes for proof, and follow behind.
Okay.
Let's head back to the... Yeah, we'll chop up the ropery bits and then head back to the alchemist to have a little bit of a rest and heal up.
Right. Just assume I'm being dragged there. I'll move my token in a minute.
Mm.
3. There we go. Okay.
2 dead ropers, complete with eyes.
So, just to point out to make it clear, on a short rest you can spend as many hit dice as you want to heal as many hit points as you want. On a long rest, you restore half of your total hit dice.
Ah.
So,
Cool.
if you use a lot of them, you don't get them all back again the next day. It can take several days to fully recover.
I didn't use all of them. I used 5 of them, but I think I have 2 left, so...
Spell slots.
I don't think it gives me anything,
Okay, let's see what I get.
unfortunately.
So,
We'll
1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm happy with that.
And then Ick really needs some healing with that. We'll go one more for Ick. That was a really bad roll. Ick recovers to mostly where he was before the creature chomped him. The alchemist, as thanks for slaying the ropers, pulls out a 3 bottles and places them down on the counter. 2 of them have the red coloration that you are used to of healing potions, and he explains that these are potions of healing, greater potions of healing. The other one is an amber-coloured fluid, which he calls a potion of watchful rest, which you can add to your inventory and find out what it does when you use it.
Ooh.
He says that it is a something that he's been experimenting with. It will come in handy for before a night's rest. If you are resting in dangerous places, which he suspects you will be.
You're a smart guy.
That's how I make the big mushrooms, because normally that's what I ask people to trade for. I get the mushrooms, then I turn them into the potions, and then I sell the potions to get more mushrooms to make more potions. It's kind of a cycle.
You sound like a businessman who buys crack. Work hard to buy more crack. You can work longer. You can buy more crack.
That's like, don't you need to eat?
It was a PSA in America for anti-drugs.
I eat
It's literally a
some of the
businessman in a white room.
As long as you're getting something to eat.
I think that seems like a good place to wrap up for tonight. And so we shall. You take a short rest of about an hour. You gather your thoughts, your any internal organs that may have spilled forth. Prepare to push on into the Twisted Caverns more next time. But for now, we'll wrap up.